Sixth time that these two teams have played each other in the last 3 or 4 months. Well and truly familiar at this point. G2 will start things out on the T side and some quick movements in towards halls.
Yeah, very quick movements indeed. Some Pious taking a lot of that space. Yakinda is going to have to take first contact here in Top Dog, and that has not gone well for him at all. Nice, sharp headshot or two coming through there from Malbs. And G2 draw first blood.
Early on, putting Yakinda in his place. G2 cutting sound, now starting to kick off the execute towards Inners. Will be Fallen and Yuri playing at range with the USPs and the P2K. Finally, you do get that molly that pushes Yuri away. G2 slowly working their way into this site, but Malbs now starting to scale forward with the help of the flashes. Fallen under pressure. Yuri flattened as well. This is going swimmingly for G2.
Yeah, fantastic entries across the board. There's just no answer at all for Furia. Quesarado is left alone. Doesn't really have a snowball's chance in hell in this round, unfortunately. Does seem as though Furia are kind of looking for info on the A side as well. Quesarado again pushing his way into main, but the real information will come on the B side of the map as Yuri does get his head taken off by Heavy God. Still a lot of pressure out onto Yard as well, as Hunter is essentially solo faking the A side. He's taken a lot of space. This is a crazy move from him. He's got all the way into connector. He's got that Mac 10, and surely Yakinda cannot do anything here. He might get himself one, but no more than that.
Wow. Such a beautifully layered round from G2. Did take control of Inner's Halls, just denying global info on the map. From Furia, Hunter's been posted up inside CT Con since day dot. Punishes Molodoi for the peak, and HE nades himself maybe closer to an M4. Nice and easy round there for G2. After denying that info, they kick off a little bit of an outers execute, which turns into a flank to Inners after taking that Inners Halls control. And so you're feeling pretty confident in what you're going to be expecting from this series. Progression smoke outside of T-Con. The first time you're going to see a little bit more pace from G2 on outside here.
Well, we'll see. Flashes getting tossed on in now, but Quesarado with that spam, not going to get anything. Oh. Fallen, who gets 3, one of which comes from the Molotov, and all of a sudden, G2, their hype train is put to a stop. We'll see what some Pious and Hunter have to say about it. We've got one player out of T-Con.
CTs don't have much economy. They need to keep this clean, and Molodoi will do exactly that. Sun Pious at least able to take one with him. Orp will hit the deck for now. Furia will need to scramble to recover that one. He's kept it expensive, Sun Pious.
Yep.
But regardless, Furia will secure their first round.
But doesn't necessarily bail Furia out of trouble just yet. You mentioned, obviously, there's enough money here for G2 to have another crack. They are still in control of this map, particularly if they can pick this round up, and they're going to take a different approach this time around. It's just Malbs working his way out, and same position played by Quesarado. He's lucky to be alive because Malbs was locked in on that angle for the second attempt.
Oh, flash aggression from both of these teams paying off in spades. They go looking for Heavy God, who has been patient many times on the Inner Halls. Now Mattis looking to activate out Ivy. Sunpice is posted on the right side. If Quesarado peeks into this line, he's a dead man. Good patience from G2, being rewarded time and time again. A 2-man advantage as they start to converge on outside.
Yep. What's the answer here for Yuri and Molodoi? Maybe for Molodoi, it's just hang around and hope that maybe Yuri can get a little bit done with that MP9. If not, save the AWP. Hasn't really had the chance to get involved in this game with the AWP so far. And we're already now 5 rounds into the half.
He was kind of the better of the AWPers in the debut game, I will say. I think Sun Pious not necessarily going huge in the opener against 3D Max. Molodoi had a couple of moments, but that is against Lin Vision. I think seeing if they can weigh down any aggression towards the Inner Halls here, knowing that the CTs will have some pistols to play with. We'll be looking for opportunities, but it's Molodoi who finds his.
Yeah.
The flash play with the jump peak was not clean enough. Now you get your Kindar starting to get activated. AK picked up for free. G2, a round that they wanted to get done cleanly, is falling apart.
Yeah, that's got to be a frustrating round for G2. I think the death to Molodoi, you know, it kind of is what it is. He's going to be somewhere. There's every possibility he hits a shot, and he does in this instance, but Yakinda finding that kill, and then the follow-up as well with the retrieved AK is where that round really starts to fall apart for G2. They don't really feel like they've had a chance to play this round at all, and it's been up against just an orb. Well, now it's a double orb for Furia. That is a massive upgrade, plus the AK going into the back pocket of Yakinda. It could be a real shift in momentum here if Furia can capitalize on this gift that has been bestowed upon them by G2.
I mean, it's a 4-1 start for G2. Everything has been going their way, but this is the kind of round that flips this game on its head. Look at the economy of G2 following this round. Molodoi slowly but surely closing in, scoped up on the angle. Wasn't caught off guard a singular time this round. I'm going to see pace from G2 towards the Innes halls. Yet again, it's just Yuri solo on over there, going to drop the molly to buy a little bit more time for some potential rotations. G2 in the meanwhile have thrown a lot of utility pressure on outside, but they're going to be storming their way into Innes, straight into Yuri, but he delivers so far.
Yeah, Yuri's doing everything at the moment. He's got himself 3 and hanging on for another. That grenade would have done it had it not gone the way of Quesarado. Honestly, I don't actually hate that idea from G2. You know that they've got a double AWP. Let's try and hit B site fast, but
you can see just how tentative G2 are. Pecking flashes right and left, trying to get anything going on Ivy's side, but Molodoi is not dissuaded. Pushed off the line by a nice little peek over on Ivy's side. Now progression smoke. G2 starting to make some moves. Mattis came up huge in this position, but having used those extra flashes early on, they've got no way to break that second angle, and that's just a freebie for Molodoi again.
I mean, what's the option of choice now for G2? Is it just walk down ramp? I don't know that necessarily works out most days of the week. I mean, look at the crossfire they've got. Yuri and Yakinda say, thank you very much, we'll take that one. And some Pius unable to deliver the package that he wants to send to that B bomb site, so 5-4 now the score on Furia.
But look, G2, let's see if they can turn around the pain train. It's not going to be easy to do. Pacing towards Innes yet again. This time Yuri looking to contest, creeping up on low ramp.
Yeah, bold play, but the way that Furia is going at the moment, I don't mind it at all. He's going to catch Heavy God. The flash assist coming through as well. It's all working in unison right now for Furia.
Another man disadvantage. Somebody's got to make a play, and Hunter, you can tell that he's the one that's itching to do it, but Yakinda on the off angle. Molodoi aggressing into inner. Was there a single player from G2 that was ready to get peaked in this round?
No. Maybe the ones that were got flashed.
Oh, man. Heavy God, full white. Nothing he could really do. Mobs, he's thinking about that round where he got a nice entry out T-Con. Happier times.
Yeah. Feels like a decade ago.
Oh, man.
Speaking of, Fallen, another nice connection with the orb.
Can't even get back into your spawn.
Yeah, I wonder what the ultimate goal for them is here. I mean, you'd have to imagine it's going to be an A finish. But how do they hope to get into this site without the map control? Well, here comes that push from Fallen that might give them an angle, but just catches Heavy God.
I mean, he dinks him, but he's only got an MP7. They've just been bullying him on the lurk time and time again.
Quesarado floating around behind this smoke is going to be a difficult one to dislodge. That molly will change up his position, and the Deagle actually does land its connection. E-Box player dealt with as well. Malbs finding those entries that he was having so much success with earlier on in the half, and a missed shot from Molodoi. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It feels like we've gone back to the first 5 rounds of the game. Malbs doing everything. On plant, though, denied. And so Molodoi has a chance here. He has swindled his way onto the side. He's got Hunter, and now into the 1v1 against Mattis with 13 seconds. All he has to do is watch this cross and make sure it is not successful. 8-4, Furia dominate the first half on train. G2 will be well aware of the possibility, though. A nice setup to get their way quickly into the A side. Here come the smokes. One for Connector, one for Icon as the push comes through for Furia, and no real contest thus far. Some shots starting to flow back and forth, and Hunter on the site is going to be the critical player that will fall and open up the possibility of a bomb plant if it were not left by E-Box, but it doesn't matter when everyone is dead.
Fallen just so incredibly sharp in this current era.
Get rolling on it. It's got to start from the outset. You know, you're coming in cold on the CT side, but you just have to make it happen.
Pace from Molodoi, Sun Pius, the first time he's got the AWP on this CT side, and if he doesn't deliver with it, it could be the last looking at the scoreline, so it's a good opener. Yakinda Ivy Lurk has been isolated. Now Molodoi wants to get active, but wasn't ready for Molbs on the off angle. G2 starting to pick up the pieces now.
Yeah, a couple of cheeky aim duels being won. That'll be a big difference maker. G2 want to continue to push their advantage. They'll take long control. And even sending Mattis on a bit of an expedition here will more than likely bear fruit as he finds the backs of two players in T-Con. So this round working out nicely for G2.
He's run circles around Queserado there. That exact same flash is what you saw from him in that eco round on the T side. Furia have even seen him under on that one before, and it's worked both times. Pretty good here. I didn't know we were putting out feet picks on ESL CS, but all right.
Be my guess, mate.
Fair. Save does come through there from Yuri.
But how long is that going to run for? I mean, yeah, it had to be sort of 7 rounds in a row. Still kind of has to be 7 rounds in a row. At least to hold on to control of this game. So it's a long, long way. But Sampayas is definitely putting in that work at Ivy. That's the second opener for him in as many rounds.
Yeah, wins the AWP duel versus Molodoi as well, who was on a bit of a heater up until this point. Says, pipe down, son. We're getting back in the game. Yakindar hanging around here. Thinking about his timing to potentially take a peek as some more pressure coming into outside for Furia, trying to take some pressure away from Ivy. And look, that's not really had any effect on Sampayas. It's just the sharp shot, nicely timed peek from Yakindar, and now we're going to get a biff over at Pop.
Uh-oh, this could go wrong for Furia. See if they can catch the timing. They don't. Fury gets 1, but luckily, Mattis gets 2. So G2 still walk away happy and walks right into the setup. But at the end of the day, just shoot a little bit better, and that makes a big difference. Mattis caught off this time. Gets info, though, and those players that are already set up on B are happy to stay.
For sure. It's a good setup here to defend this B ending. Alt posted up on the rotation here for Yakindar, but there's no one to even rotate into position because, as you mentioned, you have seen G2 posted up here for quite a while. Off angle over here from Heavy God, waiting for Furia to creep up their way through Con. Don't know if he's going to be able to spot them on the rotation. In towards outside. Oh no, Hunter could be a dead man here.
It depends on where he ends up going. If he stays in position until that bomb plant, he will be able to find himself a kill. Has been now spotted out. Fallen will take that fight with glee. He'll take the bomb plant as well. So Heavy God missing the trick there with that cross. He's going to have to get this job done alone. Will be smoked off. And the molly into Pop Dog as well. So just no real easy avenue forward for him. And Queserado aware that he's in the smoke. Let's lose a couple of shots. No real connections on his behalf. It's Heavy God that comes off better for it, but he has still got that time working against him. Even the nade into the smoke doesn't present anything, and he will give up the round. It seems like time continue to go toward Ivy, or does that become a little bit predictable now that he's found 2 kills over in that part of the map? You know, is he going to change it up? And it looks like he's going Ivy again.
It's keeping the setup that has been working. I mean, it really was kind of the XVX that didn't go well. Molbs charging through off the back of a flash or something in towards T-Con, punished by Molodoi. Sampayas, though, continues to deliver. Both of the AWPers cutting down numbers.
Molodoi might have a chance here again onto Mattis, who is jumping up on top of the train. Not keen to swing it in the end.
Molodoi smoked off by Sampayas. Meanwhile, Furia making some moves towards inner, but a 2-man aggression on low round. Once again, it is these duels in the mid-round. Heavy God peppered quite heavily, down to 5 HP. Sampayas accordingly going to rotate, try to reinforce the inner side, as will Mattis, but this is anything but a commitment from Furia. And with 2 mollies thrown over there from Furia, it really kind of fakes that there's more commitment, more numbers towards inners than there actually is. Sampayas died to the molly. Right, he was full HP, wasn't he?
See, yes, he was. Heavy God was the low HP player. We'll have to see if we can get a replay of that one. Queserado gets the trade onto Mattis, and so numbers advantage. And again, it's Heavy God that's stuck in the 1v2, but this one feels even more impossible than the last. He's got no HP. He's got 5 HP to his name, so this is going to have to be a perfect read from Heavy God. Yeah. But he is making steps, and that has been heard.
A lot of weight on Heavy God's shoulders, and you're exactly right. Molodoy posted up on the line, and he has not been missing this game. A 13-5 dropping on G2's map pick to start off this advancement series here.
Pistol round underway, and it's a slow start here from Furia.
G2 set up around the extremities, set up over here on long Mulps to take first contact. Spotted out by Furia. Flash sailing up over the top, but avoided well by Molbs. Despite the fact that multiple were pegged at him, he still delivers the first.
They're going to keep trying to challenge him even, and that'll be where some Pius comes into play. They've now recognized that there is a player at tree, so another flash tossed over the top, and this fight on long has just gone horrifically for Furia. And taking long-range duels with the USPs, it's not working out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think K Serato just smoked a smoke to pick up the smoke.
Oh my god, that is so meta. Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know we were on that level.
He's got a smoke.
It's only the group stage. Like, we don't need to be pulling that out yet.
He's got that P250 picked up now as well, so they're going to try and contest in toward long, and Yuri does get himself at least one onto Malps. Not really too much to be said here for Furia at this stage, but if they can maybe find a way to get a plant in that smoke just on the edge of dice, that might be nice, but not going to happen. Hunter takes off two heads. Well, once again, putting that priority on long. Kindo's going to have multiple members here to deal with, and turns away at an awkward time. Flash just didn't quite catch Malbs. Now another one through is seemingly going to blind everybody. It's Molodoy that recovers from it quickest. Matt is to go down, but they are not aware. There's another player there. The train needs to come through, and it does. But on Speedway, there's another kill coming through as well. It's messy across the board. All these skirmishes. There's one more player up on A. His name is Hunter, and that grenade isn't quite going to get the job done. He falls, and that will secure a bomb plant at least for Furia. It's been a chaotic round, but they do get the bomb plant down in the 2-on-1.
Yeah. 1-on-2 with the P shooter for Heavy God. Will have wanted some better weaponry to work with. HE nade doesn't quite hit the mark. Bouncing off the backboard for now, but it's a hard crossfire between Furia. K Serato biding his time, waiting for Molodoy's contact. Heavy God gonna try to hit him with the drive-by, but doesn't connect on anything. Furia take the first gun round here.
Yep.
Only two players surviving for Furia as well, so same can be said for them. Swing round into round number 4 here as the first gun round does get a little bit tight. Molbs again, no utility. Wanting to play things on the front foot. Flash sails up over the top, and the crosshair placement is superb. Surgical precision from the MD himself. K Serato inside of short though, punishing that aggression. That's something that I was talking about on the anti-eco. You've seen G2 after A pressure
really work this part of the map, which I don't think is quite as traditional necessarily. You typically will see a lot more play around connector, around short water, around monster. But Furia bringing a different approach.
They're going to be aware that K Serato may be lurking on around here. It's really just a game of timing, and Heavy God a little bit too heavy-handed there, unfortunately. Man advantage for Furia, and again, G2 making moves into short have been punished. Some util pressure on the A side of the map, trying to pull the rotation away, and it's a full commitment back towards B. But Hunter, all the way through the monster tunnel, is causing some problems here. That's the bomb dropped.
That's a big problem, but it might not really eventuate if K Serato keeps on going on a tear. That bomb will be retrievable. Yuri finding the trade for Molodoy. And again, we find ourselves with a 2-on-1. Less than 10 seconds on the timer as the bomb plant's going to go down.
Sunpire's going to have to burn pretty bright here to win this 1-on-2. Would be a reset round on Furia and a big impact play. No kit to work with.
Oh, he's going to have to make noise one way or another. See if he can find a kill.
Nice.
Gets K Serato. Trouble is, time's ticking away from him, and he does not have a kit. He's also fallen down, and that is going to cost him some crucial seconds. Yuri, well aware of it. He hears all those footsteps. He knows he's not on the defuse. He knows that he has won the round at this point. So some players, well, he could have got that final kill. It wouldn't have mattered. Another round on the board here for Furia, which, yes, again, it goes down to one player, but a bit more of a reserved approach from G2. Still looking to try and hold on to connector with the AWP.
What? Jumping wallbang through short B. I mean, look, that's very fortunately been turned around pretty quickly by a couple of kills from G2, but a pretty BS way to start this round.
Yeah, we'd have to see if we can...
I'd love to see a replay
later.
of that. Look where Hunter died. He was jump spotting on short B, and he's been jumping M4 killed by someone in connector. I have to see that.
Yeah. All right. I mean, you say it's turned around, but we're back into a 3-on-3, and Sampaius is quite low on this A site, so if he misses a shot, he's going to be a dead man. Luckily, he'll connect onto Yakinda.
Necessary. Lining him up for a second. Boots on the ground inside a bank.
We like
Closes
that.
up the door. Not handing out any home loans today, even for Mr. Moneymag shampoo commercial himself.
Well, okay, Serato a little bit slow on map 1. Let's see if he can do anything here. Answer is no. So G2 respond back in kind. Yeah, Fallen takes the opportunity with that smoke to progress a little deeper into connector. And again, it is the fight up long that's going to be the key factor. But Malbs is just doing so much work again for G2.
He's dominating them self-sufficiently. There's no support behind these plays. This is just Malbs on off angles saying, come at me, bro.
Yeah, Molodoi was completely bamboozled, didn't even see him. And Yakinda unable to find the trade. This round is going to fall apart unless Serato maybe does something here. Oh, he will. A huge double. Make it a triple. Serato says, thank you very much. I'll take the B-bomb site.
11-4. Anything that Malbs can do, Serato can do better. Hunting down the Hunter himself. Looking for the ace.
Oh, that's just
and
criminal.
G2 have had enough. They say, please, no more.
Yeah, that's illegal. Such
It's
a
just
nice start for G2, and then it's like, nah.
Legit, every round has been like that, you know? It's like, Malbs, how many opening kills can this man fight? He's 4-0 in opening duels, 3 multi-kills.
I mean,
Do you still need to see some conversion from them? I mean, Furia not interacting with the round doesn't count for me.
Sure. You're not calling that a win for G2, you're calling that a loss for Furia.
100%.
Malbs is going to try and do it himself again, and up into Fountain, he gets the better of Molodoi.
Yeah. Sampaius made it pretty easy for him. Already put a bullet through Molodoi's leg on the jump spot there. Over from Party. Only needed to connect the singular bullet. Another opening kill for G2. What are we up to now, man?
Here's another aggressive move from Malbs. Very confidently, but this time Serato is waiting for him. It seems like Serato is a massive thorn in the side for G2 at the moment.
Oh, no. I mean, Sampaius usually reliable. Another opening round where things are falling apart for G2.
Hang on. Oh, okay. The stopping power enough for that AK to get the wallbang through on a heavy guard. The bomb plant somewhat denied here by Hunter. Okay. He finds himself a double.
Oh, very winnable. Bomb is lost in no man's land. I mean, you could see from the kills that Furia was spread out all over the place. Only 2 players were actually committed to that A site. Yuri very low. Yeah. He's going to buy time for Serato to try to join up with him for the trade.
This could still go very wrong, actually, for Furia. It's a big round for Hunter if he can find a way to win it. And Yuri's going to be the bait, and Serato is supposed to be the man to finish the job. 6 seconds left. He's got to find Hunter, and he does. It was so close. A good effort from Hunter. But the team captain is unable.
Furia very much in control now. G2 starting to run out of money. Staring down what could be a reset round into round number 12 is not something that they can abide by. Malbs has been confident, has wanted to take these openers early on in the round. HE nade blowing open the smoke towards Con. Very much is G2 looking for an opportunity here.
This is a very ballsy hold, and Serato, he might have just been a little bit distracted by the noise of the drop that he hasn't quite cotton on quick enough that Matisse was up there.
Another opener. Surely you can't lose this round. 3-on-5 for Furia.
Don't even say it, bro. Don't even say it.
I mean, Yakinda, he's looking thirsty. Oh. He's looking mighty parched right now.
It's going to have to be a hard clear on the left side from Molodoi if he does want to get this opening pick. Malbs needs to be careful that he does not show that booty around the corner.
Not quite thick enough. Hasn't been hitting the spots as hard as you.
Is Molodoi going to check this onto Sampaius, though? That's the real question. No is the answer, and that might be where the round falls apart. Had he found that kill, it could have been a big one, but not going to happen. So G2 secure themselves a 5th. Yuri's found a little bit of space, and he'll be aware that Malbs is sort of roaming around bathrooms long. He's going to go hunting for him, and he will catch him as well. So that's an upgrade. M4 into the hand of Yuri.
You immediately see the rotation straight away from G2. Sunpius knowing that he has to stand and deliver, and there is still some utility pressure over on him, but it's no information on this A side of the map, and as a result, G2 are trying to find something in short B, trying to isolate a lurker that was hanging around, but the majority of these Furia players are creeping out Monster.
I like this. Queserado has to be aware of the tight line. Heavy God not going to be affected by that flash at all. We'll actually bring it back to a 4-on-4. Yakinda unable to strike on short. Trade is in though, courtesy of Yuri, and now Molodoi doing the same at Monster. 3-on-2. Furia working their way into the site to get themselves a plan, but it will be at the cost of Yuri's life, and Sunpius wants to keep on going. Gets aggressive with that orb. Lands a connection onto Fallen. It leaves Molodoi alone. And they are well aware of his position. He's been stomping around. Here's those footsteps as well. Sets himself up. Tech9 needs the headshot onto Hunter, who has no idea which side he's going to peek from. Left, right, good night, potentially. And Molodoi can't get it done. It will be 6 for G2. They have to work very hard in that first half to get to 6, and that's on the CT side, so it doesn't scream.
Into position to beat this timing. Yakinda hanging around in the middle of the map. Picks his timing well. Could potentially have some impact here, but it does seem like G2 are going to clear him out. Mulbs, another opener. 7-1 in opening duels here on Overpass. I mean,
he picks his timing nicely. He can get in behind G2.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Starting to slink his way down corners. G2 prep this B site hit.
Yeah, they seem pretty aware that this is going to be a B play. So Queserado looking to stand and deliver. Can't see anything through the flash. Needs a bit of help. Gets it from Yuri, who will be deleted himself as well. And despite a fast flank, this doesn't look like it's going to be too effective. Fallen's position given away with no kill. Molodoi fighting for his life on the site. It just hasn't quite come together for Furia. They needed that B defense to be a little bit more solid than what it was. And pistol round will go the way of G2, so they start to put something together on the T side of Overpass as well. 4 players stacked down toward B. Yakinda's not spotted any information that would prompt a rotate just yet. Now coming through as that util starts to get tossed in by G2. There is going to be a defense on this A bomb site. Nade blows open the smoke. They do spot the player out of truck, but no connection still. Opening kill the way of Yakinda. Remember how that round on Train turned. It was off the back of the 5-7s. And Molodoi with the Deagle also able to strike. There's 14 seconds left. G2 are scrambling for a bomb plant now. They still haven't cleared the site, and Queserado doubles down. 6 seconds. He just has to live.
He's got it though. Oh, I don't know actually if he has. Oh, not quite. Furia just sowing enough seeds of deceit inside of the site to secure it on the force play, and G2 have got to be kicking themselves at this point. Short B cleared out by Furia, digging their heels into this B site and clearing out a lot of information, but Queserado still posted up. Oh no, that could be the timing that G2 was waiting for, but it's the fadeaway from Fallen. Now you're seeing Mulbs all alone with the bomb outside a Monster. Only 30 seconds on the clock, and G2 looking very disjointed. Mulbs delivering though.
Yeah, but they will see the bomb. 20 seconds left. He's on his way into short water. Yakinda, if he finds a kill or two here, it could be the round. It's not quite.
Look at Furia, they're just scrambling back and forth in spawn. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they seem to be completely bamboozled. Molodoi here, 10 seconds on the clock. He's got the AWP in hand. Mattis will go down. Bomb carrier, if he is picked up, that will be the difference maker. He wants to deny the plant, but he can't get there in time. G2, a really messy round, but unless Queserado pulls something off here, it should be theirs, and it is. 8-7, that was chaos.
Mulbs under immense pressure outside a Monster. There has to have been sweating bullets, giving Furia enough rope to hang themselves with.
Furia just have to hold strong. If they keep these 3 players on the B side, anything can happen. Obviously, they're going to want some info. Smoke in. Fallen's position given away that he is close, but he's managed to change it up a little bit. That 5-7 can't strike what it needs. Molodoi only good for 1. G2 will avoid the iceberg.
And swerved around it nicely, and I think it's going to be smooth sailing from here. That was the round that really will tip things heavily in their favor on this T side. It's really felt touch and go for them today. After the force buys go back and forth in the first 3 or 4. Kindar ever dangerous with the 5-7. Candy Appleskin looking crisp as ever. 2 more guns taken away. AK not quite picked up, and Sunpius can't chase him down either. That's gotten very expensive for G2.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, but it just adds a bit of extra cash in the back pocket of Furia as well on that CT side. Those 3 kills are golden, plus the AK. Every little bit counts with how close this matchup is at the moment. A bit to play with here, but it's a spotty buy. Faster play from G2 by the looks of things, straight through the monster tunnel. That is going to be the end of Fallen, nice and easy. And the defense is still scrambling, but Yuri comes up with the goods with the USP. We still need to see what Quesarado with this M4 can conjure. He gets himself one, no more than that. Crisis averted, it would seem, for G2. But a retrieved Galil, a real thorn in their side as Yuri just looks to anchor in on that side. Sampaya still fighting for it, and that gives time for Yakinda with this fast flank in the monster tunnel.
You could tell Mattis is feeling suspicious. Sun Pius also posted up on Monster. Reason for suspicion that...
Not able to survive long enough for Yakinda to really come into play. Had he been up for another couple of seconds, it might have been a different round.
I mean, Heavy God might be on the entry here, and he's copped a knife to the back, which is not how you'd want to start a round like this, but he's going to brim with confidence nonetheless. Give this man a handicap and he'll still deliver. Sun Pius to follow up as well. G2 are very much hitting their stride now.
Yeah, it feels like we're getting closer and closer to hitting a map 3. The way things are going at the moment, Furia have just fallen off in this second half. And G2 finally displaying what we were hoping to see on map 1.
He's ready for the boost play as well. This man can't be faulted. Oh, and then Molodoy trying to conjure whatever they could possibly do in a round like this. Underarm smoke from Fallen. He's just kind of been a non-factor in this game. I was singing his praises, especially after that round over towards T-Con on train, where he really just shuts things down by himself. But it's like the old man has fallen asleep a little bit. Sometimes it do be a bit like that. You're 30 plus. I'm pushing it. One more year for me. I've only got 5 months left, and then take me out the back. I'm done.
I can barely get through the day without a nap these days. So.
You took on this morning. You literally, our call time was on the hour. He was in bed until 57.
Yep.
And the game would just be done from there. So credit to them. Very much stepping up. This game of Overpass, which, look, being the pick of Furia, only was one in OT last time around. Yakinda. Molbs, you just can't beat him. You honestly cannot beat him in this game in the openers. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
I don't know what the count is. He's taken 10. What's he at now? He was 8-1 going into this round, so he is 9-1. He's 9 from 10 in opening duels this game. That's just, it's ungodly.
Has been a real problem for Furia. No two ways about it. Quesarado has been pretty good on the response, though. I mean, a lot of the time you'll see Malbs get the opening pick and then Quesarado responding kind. Now Molodoy getting a little bit going here for Furia as well. It'll be a long road ahead for Furia if they want to find a way to win this map, but they are not giving up just yet.
We did mention that in the interview that Fallen is the man to move over to the anchor role on Monster here for Furia, and look, maybe that's not where the majority of this game has gone wrong for him, but he's had a rough one nonetheless, and here will be a chance for him to step up a little.
Yeah, going to be tested alongside Yuri. Shadow might have been spotted there. Yuri gets himself a 1-for-1. Fallen is in a bit of trouble here, and he needs some backup, which if he doesn't arrive in time, Fallen gets the job done alone. Molodoy will finish off Heavy God, and Furia stabilize for a round.
4 more for Furia to try to push us into an OT on Overpass that they were able to win last time around, 16-14. What's the scoreline on this map? Last time these two teams played. From Heavy God, denied by Molodoy, head taken clean off by the off. Yakinda on the off angle.
Uh-oh.
Let's loose with the garden hose.
Is that last round the straw that breaks the camel's back for G2? They were looking like they were going to close this map out, and all of a sudden we're back to the train Furia that we had seen, where they seem to be getting away with quite a lot. A nice 2k spray down from Yakinda. Heavy God charging his way into the B bomb site unaided. This round has gone pear-shaped for G2, and they're relying on Matisse and Hunter to try and save the day. It's not going to happen. The gap closes from 5 to 3 in the blink of an eye.
These are starting to look like some of those rounds on train.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
They look to start to make some moves over towards this A side of the map. Yakinda making them look a little foolish on the off angles in just the round previous. Movements towards Monster.
Fallen waiting for it. Alps not going to clear it. He'll go down early on in the piece. There's a flash to try to unsettle Fallen, but he's got the backup of the smoke coming through there from Quesarado, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, Yekindar could be the next snag that they slip up on. Feeling confident enough to hang around here. Molodoy on the dumpster as well to follow up.
Could be another double kill for Yekindar. See if he can line up a couple. Just concerned about the exit to bathrooms, but Matisse and Heavy God to take the peak, and Yekindar will win that fight. He does get traded back down, back into the 4-on-3 now. Rotation scrambling, of course, from Furia, as Molodoy will try and ensure that he holds on to this bomb site. Good connections coming through from Molodoy, and it's down to just some Pius with 15 seconds left. That bomb is not going to be planted. It is another round for Furia. They get to 10. They don't get that full reset that they want because Sampaius is going to take an AK into the next round, but see if he decides to tuck into bathrooms and have a look down connector.
I mean, Yuri's rotated over here, has got a molly in the back pocket, as does Fallen. They've really got some stopping power on this B side as they shift towards a monster hold.
Util's coming over the top. The game is up. It is going to be a B hit. Furia now aware of that. Shots through are nice. Quesarado and Fallen claiming a kill. And again, G2 stopped short of that B bomb site. Yuri hasn't even had to come into play just yet. He'll get a little tickle on the back of Hunter. And that'll be finished off by Fallen. And it looks like Furia have gone the distance. They have worked hard. And they might have to keep working hard because Sampaius with the two-man spray down there gets himself a small chance. Can he make something happen here? Kinder inside of that smoke. Very, very healthy. Tap on the plan here. Sampaius will bring it down to the 1v1. Yakinda is looking to take the fight, and he will secure it. Furia take us all the way to overtime.
Sampaius makes them work for that. And they break that down so easily with just well-timed utility. Furia win 5 in a row to push us through into another OT on Overpass between these two teams. And you gotta say, G2 will be thinking about how that last OT went on Overpass.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact they've lost a bunch of rounds. That, though, is something special from Sampaius.
That's where you start bringing out the tricks. Didn't do this in regulation.
No. Maybe should have.
Look, an opening kill is not something that G2 have had a tough time coming by.
That's true. That's what I was going to say. I mean, how many opening kills has G2 had and not been able to convert on?
No. Cheeky boost. Oh my god. In midair, Quesarado takes a chunk out of Heavy God on short. He's getting harassed. I mean, that is... The short lurker's job on this map is to just absorb utility, players closing in all around you in the mid-round. If you can deliver, if you can punish that aggression, you'll win the round outright. And if not, you might have to turn your attention towards other avenues. Molodoy only 1-for-1 is not good enough to stop G2 getting into the site here, but Yuri also looking to punish them on the cross.
Low HP players, easy cleanup for Yuri. And now it's just onto Sampaius again to try to clutch it out this time. He's got the AWP in hand. No scope onto Quesarado. Makes it feel doable. That smoke providing him enough cover. Here's those footsteps. Fakes the plan, and that has given a bit of space for both Yuri and Fallen. And now he is being spammed through dice. 13-12.
Gotta be frustrating. I mean, Sampaius has had a great game.
Yeah, but even then, like... You should be closing 70 to 80% of the rounds where you get the opening pick.
That's not mean anything like that.
No, it's not. Exactly. And that's why it went 12-12 instead of, you know, something like 13-8 or something, whatever. You know?
A lot of that has been courtesy of this man. Quesarado on the boost. Tickled by the grenade. Heavy God follows up well.
It's another opener. But will it make the difference? Yakinda responds straight away. And Molodoy does as well. Shotgun AWP style. Just the better of Mattis at the top of connector.
It's Groundhog Day again. Opening kill. A quick 2 in reply from Furia.
So what is that? That's now 17-9 in terms of opening frags throughout this map.
After a couple of wins this year, this is the kind of resilience that could make them a champion in a tournament like this. Even just early on in this group stage. This is the kind of grind that you want to see. Yakinda, isolated by the Molotov, will be a non-factor going forward here. Molodoy next to deliver, whiffing the shot. The flash unsettling him, and now he's scrambling on truck. Hunter down by Hunter. G2 will secure the plant.
Yeah, it gets a little bit awkward for him there. Yuri will have a second chance at life here with Heavy God having missed that shot, but it doesn't necessarily help out too much because Heavy God has just pushed deeper into the bathrooms and ultimately will be able to get in behind Yuri here. He's just not expecting it, or He's foregoing that possibility. He doesn't really have the time to be worrying about it at this stage. Fallen is the one that needs to get some work done, and he does find that opener onto Hunter. Now gets the info as to where some Pius is as well, and he knows that Heavy God is somewhere behind him, but time is running away from Fallen. And 13-13 secured by G2. They bounce back. Flash in the face of Matisse is not going to slow his progression. He's way too close for comfort. Molodoi not going to be aware of it, but survives. Just falls off the line at the right time. He's under a fair bit of pressure. That Molotov preventing his exit into bank. He'll change his position back up over towards truck.
Yeah, how much do you panic here as Furia? That short B kill is so key. It's been back and forth between Heavy God and K Serrato, but this is a round where you needed to deliver. Furia under pressure on this A site. Is subverted a little bit by Molodoi punishing Mattis, but this is not where this round will end for G2. They are going to finish things over towards the B site. Fallen is over there. Yuri was thinking about an A site rotation, but he's going to stick around in water.
Fallen might get caught in transition here. Looks like he'll just get the time to walk back deeper into the site. Spots out the shoulder there as well, and now has to fall back down into pit with Yuri. Both of them are dealt with. It's not a strong side hold at all from Furia.
Beautiful.
Down on the rotate, 14-13. G2 give themselves a second chance here to make something happen. No flash is getting tossed for him just yet, but he's hearing footsteps, so if they're going to happen, they'll happen now. It looks like it's just going to be the two-pronged defense. And again, you know, it's the same boost for Furia. Like, G2 have seen this. They're ready for it. Shots are going to be whiffed on both sides. Yakinda goes again. And here's a flash that will completely catch Malves, but it is a player anti-flash, Matisse, that will make the difference. And again, favorable enough trades for G2. Molodoi just gets out of there with his life. In the end, it's 2-on-2.
How is that only a 2-for-2? Sun Pius, you've seen him dancing around this A site many times already. 25 seconds on the clock, and he needs to deliver here.
Well, it's a slow walk up long. Some Pius backing off to a little bit safer of a position. Getting the info, this util is kind of giving away the game, and Furia just walk into his line, but some Pius misses the crucial shot. Heavy God ineffective from this position as well. They're covered by Dice. The bomb plan is now down. They can walk their way into bank.
HE on Molodoi could finish off some Pius here, who gives it a little bit of a bouncer off the wall. Heavy God creeping up short.
Yeah, this is where it really comes together. Heavy God. And his timing will be crucial. It is being watched for the moment by Yuri, but he's got to choose the right side of Dice to keep an eye on, and Molodoi hits the shot onto some Pius. Now they're aware of Heavy God, and Furia, by the skin of their teeth, get through that round.
Another missed opportunity for G2.
How many of those has there been in this map? There's certainly no shortage of them. And G2 are going to be kicking themselves if they do end up losing it, that's for sure.
Well, Furia did win this 16-14 last time around. 2 in a row needed to secure that same scoreline. Molodoi feeling a little too bold. Can't go toe-to-toe with Heavy God. K Serrato, though, it's the same story again. You lose the opener, and this man will bring you at least one back.
Dude, he gets 2 back through the smoke. That is quite fortunate for Furia.
He's got nothing to work with there, just game sense, intuition.
Yeah. A little bit of luck, obviously, as well. See what Malbs can do. And he does get Yakinda. Malbs has just been so good over here on long.
Some Pius feeling like he needs to activate again in the mid-round as a result. Finds a nice timing, but it's another shot missed.
Malbs down. Round is slipping away from G2 once again, despite a good start.
Could be another 16-14 on the cards here. Back down connector, though. Will be a chance for Hunter to step up. Has a Molotov in the back pocket here, but drops it early. 18 seconds. Where does he choose to play?
Smoke's going to go in for Heaven. And Hunter just going to take the fight on the off angle. He'll be spotted out by Fallen. That's routine. And it looks like it'll be a 15th. Once again, we might be seeing another 16-14 go the way of Furia on this map. Some Pius will hang around, but not for too long. He wants that AWP in the next round.
You've seen the same reaction from him. He's been in a lot of these XVXs in the late round and just been in an untenable position. just got to get frustrating at some point, especially when you're almost on for the 30 bomb this game. He very much has been delivering, but he just continually gets put in these situations that he can't convert.
Yeah.
No one could.
Looking for the 30 bomb in CSGO regulation. Would be, by all accounts, a very good map from Sampaius, but
there you go.
Maybe it'll be all for naught.
That's the saddest way to secure it. Exit on Fallen, which has no impact on the game at all. Plenty of money in OT here for Furia. Give him a little bit of a kick up the arse. Ah, decot to Yuri as well. Furia, by their own hands and by G2's, getting battered and bruised as they make their way through the map. Sampaius changing up the angle of approach. Inside connector here. Beautiful shot connected, but punish on the exit.
Oh, Molodoy, what a shot onto Matisse as well. It just, every time G2 gets the opening kill, there's one or even more likely two in response from Furia somewhere else on the map.
They're very disjointed and spread out at the moment for Furia, which may present opportunities for G2 to take advantage of, but they're just really not in any aggressive positions to speak of. And even if they were, you can see Furia's stance right now. They're just waiting for G2 to give them the game here.
20-9, the opening kills right now for G2.
And they're going to lose more than double.
Yep. Potentially.
Smoke flying out onto the A site. Another one will join at Mulbs. Does he choose to stand and deliver? He will. Going to try to win this one here and push us through into another OT.
Molly fizzles, but it doesn't matter. Fallen connects the shot onto Malbs. This double AWP setup is working out. There's 16 seconds left for Furia to get that bomb plant down, but they are not under any time pressure at all. Fallen is putting on a masterclass with the AWP, and Furia have put on a masterclass in a recovery situation. Overpass once again will go their way 16-14, just like their last matchup against G2.